feeling after the weekend? Like, obviously not the result you would have wanted, but you seem to match it with a pretty good team for large parts. So what's the feeling like a few days on?
Yeah, on reflection, we had our moments where we could have got that game, and it's all part of learning and the journey we're on. And so it's not so much of frustration. It's probably just looking back and reflecting and saying, oh, it was an opportunity there. A credit to Geelong, they were able to gain momentum when we got momentum. So yeah, that's what good teams do. They're able to sop your momentum and get momentum going the other way. But a lot of learnings out of the game, and structurally pretty sound. It's probably just more the taking your moments when they arrive.
It feels like a fair progression, though, when you look at the result against them at the end of last season and the way you're able to stick with them this time around. How much do you take out of that?
A little bit, but the difference is that there's a third of the squad's changed. So it's not a brand new team, but it is a remodelled team, and there's bits of it that you take out because you with your DNA, with your culture and things like that, and how you handle certain moments in the game, and that a lot of that is improved, and that's just through the essence of time more so than a change of personnel. But I think it's to do with the way that we've had time to train as a unit, and the forward leading patterns versus what the mids do, and the backs their participation in a team defence. Whereas last year it was so rushed that we just couldn't put those models together, and that's probably the big difference.
Rebecca, how much improvement has there been in the team for you? What's been the major areas that have helped close the gap, I guess?
Yeah, like Scotty said, I think it's just time. We've had girls that are in the program now for 12 months who have been able to put a bit of size on in the gym, gotten fitter, have a better understanding of the game plan and how they can be better players, but also how they can make their teammates better. So, and the other thing is just maturity out on the field. Like we're in a position now where we can make our own decisions on the field, and we got the trust from the coaching group to be able to do that. So that's really promising for us.
You've been around a little while now, certainly a fair bit longer than some of the other players. Have you noticed the pressure rising, even for someone like you who's established, that the pressure starting to come from within for spots and for form?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the best position to be in as a footy club. You want to be fighting for your spot every week, and I'm certainly not getting any younger. So, some of these girls coming up, they've got plenty of talent, and they're learning what hard work means. So, yeah, there's plenty of pressure there, and we just want to keep performing and get better.
That being said, your marking's been pretty good to start the season. How happy are you with the way you're clunking them early?
Yeah, it's certainly good to get your hands on it. I've got to play to my strengths a little bit, and it's something I pride my game on. So there's other areas of my game I've got to keep working, but as long as we're getting the ball inside 50, hopefully that all comes together.
Scott, question for both of you, I guess. Chloe Malloy's 50th game. She's obviously a special talent. Just walk us through the impact she's had on the group and what you'll do to try and mark the milestone for her this week.
Yeah, I think the biggest impact Chloe's had on the group is actually her ability to bring her teammates along with her. Like, she's an awesome player on the field. We all see how talented she is, but the maturity that she brings, the leadership she brings within the group, and she really has an impact on some of the younger players. You look at Montana Ham, Sophia Hurley, Ali Morfitt, the leadership that she brings to them is where I see the biggest impact that she has for us. And I'm really excited for her to play her 50 games. It's much deserved.
Yeah, for me, it's more having a player like that in moments in games that we always talk about momentum. She's one of those players that can create momentum with just one instance, one set play, and that they're special type of players, and there's not many of them in the league that can do that. And then Chloe has the added advantage that what she then does is she plays team offense and defense really well, and that's a key to becoming a great player. And Chloe's on a bit of a journey with her football as well. She's playing more time in the midfield, so it's new to her to spend that much time in the midfield and cope with the tag a lot of the weeks. But I love the way that she just works through it and loves bringing her teammates into it. So, yeah, special milestone for her, and congratulations to her.
And I guess she helps others get a bit more footy. Like, opposition's obviously going to put a lot of attention into her, and then you see someone like Laura Gardner who's accumulating so much of it in the early stages of the season. How beneficial is that it allows others to do what they like to do? Oh,
it's huge, and I think that's the advantage of. We almost at the start of the games love it when teams go to Chloe because it does exactly that. It brings others in, and the wingers and Soph Hurley and players like that, Paige Shepherd, just gives them the opportunity to really attack the game. And Chloe knows that's part of her role, and she does it really well. And we've given her full licence to organise and see that, because she reads the game so well, she can see things and bring others in and make sure that she's not the one that's always going to get the clearance and always going to get first possession. So it's still a work in progress to get better at it, but she's on that journey and doing it quite well at the moment.
You mentioned Montana Ham before. This week, is it too soon for her? Is she just nailed on for next week? Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah, we've penciled it in for next week. She trained today and trained quite well, and we'll go into a medical meeting after this. And look, if she's right, she's right. But round 4 was always going to be her benchmark for the injury. I know that she's ticked everything off in rehab, and from what I see today, she looked fine. But medical will dictate whether she is available, and if she is, it'll be a match committee decision.
And the challenge of Brisbane this week, where are their strengths and where can you potentially exploit them? Rebecca, I'll ask you first.
Yeah, they've been a great side for a number of years as an inaugural team, so I think they have plenty of pace on the wing. So I'm sure that's something that the coaching group will look into. But I'm excited to play on a big ground and work on our ball movement this week. So yeah, just focusing on what we can do at the moment.
First trip to Queensland as a group. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait. We obviously travelled up there in the pre-season and against Gold Coast, so keen to get away with the girls and hopefully we can bring a win home.
Scott, the challenge for you of Brisbane?
I think, playing one of the really well-established sides that have had success, and you just got to admire their program. And it's no secret that in year 1 we had a go at some Brisbane players for that very reason, just to try and get a little bit of that great program into ours. And I just respect what they've been able to do. It's really hard in a competition like that to lose players but reinvent yourself and stay up the top. It's an amazing feat, so nothing but respect for them. And I would much rather play the Brisbanes and the Melbournes and the Adelaides each week, to be honest, so that I think it hastens your development as a club. And we just want the games, every game we play, to be hard and tough and advance our learning as much as we can so we can get to where we want to get to quicker.